Hello, people from the internet. I'm making a new app.
Oh, come on, tell us something new.
Shut up, you bastard. You're not even a Pikachu. Sorry for this. As I was saying, I'm programming a new app. So, like a couple years ago, I was lying on the couch binging YouTube, watching surf vlogs. Turns out that all my best startup ideas came up of the couch. Rafa's, photo captions, SurfBuddy, Marvin. In one of them, Miguel Betegón, who is also a programmer by the way, and his coach Oscar were struggling to decide which part of the surf break he should to surf.
No es lo mismo hacerte 3 giros en una ola de este tamaño, algo así, que hacerte uno en una ola más grande. Y una estrategia que es toalla naranja si pasaban más de 5 minutos y estaba en el sitio equivocado. Entonces Oscar me iba a avisar y me iba a bajar para abajo. No he visto la toalla naranja, que es esta por cierto.
So his coach could make a sign with an orange towel to indicate him to go down to the closest peak on the shore. In another competition, he also struggled to hear properly the waves score from the peak on the shore, missing information during the heat.
Bien, ¿cómo, tío? No oía nada, no me habéis visto levantar 2 veces las manos. No oía nada, en vez de oír el segundo necesita un 8 ya. ¿Qué era Ike, tu última hora, un 8.
So a light bulb just went off in my head. Man, this problem could be perfectly solved with an Apple Watch app. I'm going to be trillionaire!
Why make trillions when we could make billions?
I'm going to be billionaire! But I had a 9-to-5 job and I'm lazy as fuck. But now I am indie developer. Now I am a solopreneur. Now I am indie hacker. And I have the whole day for being productive. What the heck are you doing, you bastard? So the other day, I went to the beach in my city to do field research at a junior surf competition. If you don't know how a surf competition works, during a hit, you ride as many waves as you can. Then the judges... this word is damn difficult to pronounce in English. Then the judges rate them from 0 to 10. The sum of the best 2 scores is your final score, so you can get up to 20 points. As soon as they decide the score, they announce it by speakers on the shore. From the water, you struggle to hear the announcements. Depending on the forecast, with the wind, the waves breaking, maybe you have to duck dive, you can miss info easily. And in a small competition like this one, the speakers can be completely trash. They weren't hearing absolutely anything. And also, you cannot ride any wave you want. There is a priority system that you need to be aware of. If 2 or more surfers are paddling in the same wave, the one with highest priority has the right to take that wave. If you make an interference to a competitor with priority, it may cause you being eliminated from the contest. Priorities are displayed on a giant board on the shore, which, depending on the surf break, the competition, can be very hard to see. Like in this case, look at that. And now imagine that these guys had on their wrist my new app, SurfBuddy. You can create a surf session adding the participants you need. Then, from the Apple Watch, you just join the session. During the session, their coaches, friends, family can send wave scores, update priorities, mark when the heat starts. They have on their wrist all the info, time remaining, the scores and the best 2, the position and what they need, the priorities, when was the last update. This is how the MVP looks so far, but to reach this point, I faced several challenges. First of all, to speed up the process, I cloned the repo of my template Rap Fast, available here.
Rap fast, moving at the speed of light. Swift you boilerplate, taking flight.
My tech stack is Swift UI for the user interface, Revenue Cat for the in-app purchases, Firebase for authentication, analytics, Firestore database. My idea was using Firestore listeners on the Apple Watch for having real-time updates from the events coming from the iPhone, but it turns out WebSockets are not allowed anymore since watchOS 9. Yep, I was totally fucked. A solution that could work would be polling Firestore through the REST API, which means sending requests to the server at regular intervals, for instance every 10 seconds or something like that. That could work, but it isn't optimal for the user experience, and also I could easily top the free tier of Firestore since they charge per number of requests. But I keep researching and I discovered that Firebase real-time database had an API of a thing I didn't even know that existed. The server sent event, also known as event source. It turns out it is an HTML5 standard Unlike WebSockets, which are bidirectional, SSE allows a server to push updates to the front end of a single long-lasting connection. Come on, it was perfect for my use case. So I migrated my project from Firestore to real-time database, which was piece of cake since I had the components decoupled on my boilerplate. The next problem I had was that connecting to an event source API isn't straightforward at all in Swift. So I had to rely on a third-party library with 185 stars. Fortunately, the library looks maintained, kind of. But the fact that the core feature of your product relies on a third-party library, not good. Not funny at all. But this is a problem for the JJ of the future. I just want to launch the MVP and see if it gets traction. I'm not gonna over-engineer for a product that may not have any paid user. This is a lesson I learned from previous projects. So far, I have the MVP almost ready. I just want to add a couple more things like sending quick instructions to the athlete and the list of sessions. And there is also some boring work to do on the App Store, like the App Store screenshots and the metadata stuff and something like that. My plan is to launch next week on the App Store, make a product hunt launch, a Twitter post, Hacker News, Reddit, and so on. And I'm wasting some precious time recording this video. But you know, marketing is 80%. I will also have to do some influencer marketing because this app is the niche of the niche of the niche. If you have ever played Dark Souls, you know when the crowd drops you in the filing shrine and you are totally lost, so you start exploring taking the path on the left? Yes, this app's niche is right down there in the catacombs because it is for surfers that compete, that have an iPhone, that have an Apple Watch, and that have the LTE version with a cellular plan. So I cannot validate the idea just relying on my Twitter audience, which are 99% nerds like me, or the demographic that usually is in Product Hunt. And also, this isn't something that users are willing to search for on the App Store, so the ASO strategies won't be very important in the beginning. So my plan is, after making some noise in the launch day, first, start cold mailing surfing influencers like a madman. Second, creating short format content for social media like TikTok, Reels, and YouTube Shorts. And third, spend some budget in Reddit ads and Facebook ads for Instagram basically. But until this happens, I just have to keep grinding a bit more to finish this thing, so let's back to the code. Hey, are you still there? Why you haven't hit the subscribe button yet?